Thank you so much, Professor. Once again, one big round of applause for him. It is very exciting to see all of the work and thought process that is being had from every area of just engineering, logistics, architecture, being thought about to take back to Cuba and to our homelands that I think most, the majority here, feel very connected back to Cuba. So we definitely very much appreciate your thoughts and speech today. This makes a very nice segue to the whole point of the competition this morning, whereby college students have taken some of these infrastructure concerns and have put forth their own proposals for how to better the situation in Cuba, looking at a futuristic Cuba that is not based on a strong dictatorship. So once these doors are open, the potential to bring in our own engineers and the engineering design from the US to be able to afford these new developments. At this time, I do want to be able to introduce the students, but a very essential part of this process is our distinguished judges, who I want to introduce this morning, as they have taken their time over the past couple of months and here today to evaluate the students' presentations and to evaluate their presentations here within their written responses too. So we're very fortunate to have this distinguished panel of judges that combines decades of experiences in different infrastructure sectors that the students will be presenting on today. Their exceptionally impressive resumes are obviously summarized within our program, but I want to take some time here to introduce each of the four of them. So on the right-hand side of our stage, we have Mrs. Maria Porrata, and Ms. Maria Porrata is an accomplished civil engineer in the field of transportation, leader and manager with more than 33 years of experience and complex and varied management experiences with both private and public sectors. These experiences include extensive administrative and contract management, infrastructure projects, construction management, planning, design, implementation of transportation system, and transportation engineering. We are very grateful to have her here as one of our panel of judges today, so thank you so much, Maria. Next to Maria, we have Dr. Vladimir Cruz. Dr. Vladimir is an expert in the field of animal production and agriculture with more than 50 years of experience. Dr. Cruz is the director of Agropo Systems and Agriculture and Livestock Division of Bonmas Corporation. He is also an international development representative of the Florida Department of Agriculture and Customer Service. So thank you so much, Dr. Vladimir, today. Next to Dr. Vladimir, we have Mr. Rafael Palacios. Mr. Rafael Palacios attended the University of South Florida in Tampa and graduated in March of 1971, the Dean's List Scholar Bachelor in Science in Mechanical Engineering. His emphasis was specifically on energy conversion and mechanical design. Mr. Palacios' professional career spans a period of 5 decades where he has proven to be a leader in mechanical engineering, construction field, and with a number of significant projects exceeding a total of $1 billion and authoring a number of publications. So thank you so much for your efforts today. And last but not least, we have Mr. Mario Villar. Mr. Mario is a graduate from the University of Miami and the University of Florida. At Miami, he received a Bachelor of Science in Electrical Engineering from the College of Engineering, and he has his Juris Doctor from the School of Law. He brings over 40 years of project experience in generation, transmission, planning, and resource planning and management for major electric utilities from the East Coast to the West Coast. So thank you so much, Mr. Mario, for being here today. Once again, we are very fortunate to have this distinguished panel of judges with us today, lending us their experience in all of their many years of work and guidance to our participants here today. So thank you for being here. So now this is where the exciting part happens, and we are welcoming 3 participating groups, and I will walk you through the process, and specifically through the agenda, where the teams are going to present. We have 3 teams from various universities. This year we received various submissions from universities across the United States. The selected universities to present here today include the University of Florida, the University of Alabama, and Suffolk University. The judges have reviewed the written proposals that the students submitted over a month ago, and they today will compete for the second part of the competition, where the teams are presenting their projects here today. Each team will make a 20-minute presentation and directly followed by 10 minutes of questions and answers from the judges within the audience as well, and also within our YouTube link and Facebook reading. We'll bring in some of those questions and comments as well. At that time, the online viewers will also be able to interact, as I mentioned, with the teams with their questions as well. The judges will be scoring the presentations based on the following criteria: specifically organization and delivery of the presentation, both verbally and nonverbal image of the presenters, coverage within the time limit of 20 minutes, and proficiency in answering the questions on the back end. Also to be considered will be the quality and creativeness of the presentation materials today. The judges' scores from today will be added to the written portion and of the report score, and the teams with the highest scores will be awarded a $6,000 scholarship for first place, $4,000 for second place, and $2,000 for third place. During the agenda, or during the presentations, we will have a short break right after the first team, where we will have a 10-minute break and we'll have some networking and food outside, and then we will proceed with the last 2 presentations. Lunch will be typically around 12:05, and we will resume back at 1 p.m. for the award ceremony.